Hey Josh,
Hey Jim, how's it going today?
good. I wanted to reach out with you for another few questions. What are the common
Absolutely.
mistakes? We've been talking about DSCR loans and all the
Yes.
advantages of them. And like any other topic, I'm sure there's dumb things that people do or mistakes they make that it's good to be aware of them before you get in. Could you help with that?
Absolutely. We got a few common mistakes. Let's just go over four of them for today, right? The biggest mistake people make when buying a property and trying to, get a DSCR loan is they're really underestimating the DSCR requirements. Look,
Mm,
a 1.0 debt service coverage ratio is a very low number. Okay. You have to either make a higher down payment or increase your rents, or at least have a plan to increase your rents quickly. All right. You always want, for your sake, to be in a position to either increase rents or get it going even high, get the property in a situation where you can automatically force the appreciation. How do you do that? You
mm.
force appreciation by increasing rents, lowering expenses, and investing in the asset itself, right? So
Okay.
how so you're forcing appreciation, increasing rents, right?
Okay.
So you have a property, you buy a property, and the rent for that one unit in the property is $1,000 a month. You need to have a plan to get that rent to 1,200, 1,400, and $1,600 a month over the next year, 2 years, or 3 years, right? That's how you force depreciation. Second item, decreasing the expenses. Hey, if you have a shower head over there, a high flow shower head, you got to take that puppy out. You got to remove that shower head, put a low flow shower head in, low flow flush for your toilets, low flow faucets for your sinks and your kitchen sink and your dishwasher. When you do this, your overall expenses will decrease. What does that mean? Your water costs go down.
I see.
LED lighting fixtures to decrease your electricity costs. Low consumption, 12-volt AC systems as opposed to, 120-volt AC systems as opposed to the big, larger AC systems, something that uses less electricity.
I got you.
So you can decrease your costs, remove all your grass landscaping and put fake grass in. Synthetic grass is gorgeous. And you don't have to cut it and you don't have to water it.
Rocks
Amazing.
or mulch.
Rocks, mulch. This is where investors, do well. Then the last portion of it is putting in a higher down payment, right?
Mm,
When you put in a higher down payment, if you can afford to do so, that is the best thing. Lower leverage, lower mortgage payment equals more money in your pocket.
I
Okay.
got
The
you.
second, not having enough money in your bank.
Mm.
You must, and we've discussed this before, reserves is a huge requirement. Now, lenders are asking you to have 12-month reserves. I'm telling my clients to have 3 years of reserves set up and put aside. Why? Because I don't ever want them to be in a situation where they are scrounging for money to be able to buy or make a repair or do anything like that. Buy a new
Yeah.
dishwasher or buy a new dryer or whatever it may be. So not having enough reserves is really a problem. So
Yeah.
6 to 12 months is a minimum, but highly suggest that you have at least 3 years worth of the reserves in a savings account before you make an investment to buy a property. All right.
Yeah.
The
And
next
that's
part of it,
is
the
that any
property type.
investment? Even the DSR you're talking about, or any investment you would suggest having the reserve.
Any sort of investment, I suggest you have a reserve. Right
Yeah,
now, buying stocks and bonds that are immediately liquid are completely different. But when it's buying real estate, you need to have reserves for each property and each account.
I
All right?
understand.
So now, choosing the wrong property type is a huge mistake. All right.
Mm,
When you're looking at a DSCR loan, the products that we have today are for 1 to 4 unit properties, even up to 20 unit properties. Okay. This is multifamily specific. If you're looking at a retail property, if you're looking at industrial property, if you're looking at, a small warehouse or office building, DSCR is not for you.
I understand. Yeah.
Okay. DSCR is specifically for housing units. That's where it makes the most sense. Okay. Also,
Residential.
the products aren't readily available for the other types of asset classes, and the requirements would need to be much different. Okay. Then, the last and the biggest mistake everybody makes, whether it's a first-time home buyer, whether it's a real estate investor, whether you're buying your second home, vacation home, or anything else, skipping the pre-approval process. This is absolutely detrimental. All right. Absolutely detrimental. We have to make sure that you are qualified as an individual, even with the minimal requirements. Your LLC is set up. Your LLC meets the guidelines that are required for it. Whether you're using an LLC or an S corp, or you're putting it in a trust, we need to make sure that everything is set. We have all of the documentation ready. So, and we have your credit report on hand so that when you do go out to find the property, the one of your choice, boom, we can get a loan approval, a conditional loan approval from a DSCR lender within 24 hours for that asset.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
these are the four main mistakes that people make when they're applying and trying to get a loan, especially with the DSCR type product.
Yeah. I kind of feel like I did a pre-approval with you just now as you
Yeah,
were
you did.
explaining these different things. And I thought, oh, I think I would need to fix this.
It's important that you understand. You go to a plumber to fix a toilet.
Yeah.
You don't come to me to fix a toilet. But if you want to buy a house, you come
Yeah.
to me to figure out how to buy a house because I
Yeah.
know how to get the financing in order to make it possible with the cash you have, with the income that you have as an individual, with the cash that you have in the bank, and what your comfort level is on payments.
What I just got from our conversation is that going into this conversation, I didn't even know the right question to ask to get the information I needed, but you just provided it for me. So that you're absolutely right. Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody's got to stick with what they're good at, and you're good at this, so it's great that you're there for people.
Absolutely. And if you guys want to get a hold of us, please visit us at firstnationfinancialcorp.com, or you can give us a call at 832-955-9255. Either myself or one of our experienced loan consultants will get with you and give you set up a time to go over all of this with you
Great,
individually.
great. Josh, thanks. I have a lot of information to go through in my head now as I'm heading off to lunch. Have a
All
great
right.
rest of your day. I'm looking forward to our next conversation.
Absolutely. You do the same.
All right. See you
All right.
later.
Bye.